Bonjour la classe, j'espère que tout le monde va bien. Just wanted to do a quick little video on COE, and that will be the last one for our class together. Hopefully you've been finding these videos a bit helpful. Donc aujourd'hui on va parler du complément d'objet indirect. So we've seen complément d'objet direct, COD before. Remember the le, la, les, l'apostrophe. Today we're going to see something different. I assure you it's not going to be that different, but it gives you more option with your writing as well. Donc, qu'est-ce que ça veut dire COI? Donc, c'est un acronyme pour complément d'objet indirect, d'accord? Donc, complément d'objet indirect, c'est lui et leur. So, contrary to COD that has four, COE is much simpler. We're only going to be dealing with two of the pronouns, okay? And instead of replacing objects, we're going to be replacing people, persons, okay? For example, c'est l'anniversaire d'Alison, on lui organise un anniversaire surprise. All right, so remember with COD, you're asking the question quoi or qui. N'est-ce pas? You're asking the question what. With COE, you're asking the question à qui or à quoi. D'accord? So it really depends on the type of verb. You'll see eventually as you perform more in the language, you take more classes, you're going to be dealing with les verbes, I'm going to write it here, les verbes intransitifs. So that would be for COE, les verbes. You don't have to know this for the final exam, it's just for your knowledge. Okay. Donc, les verbes intransitifs would be the verbs that deal with COE. So, for instance, you have organiser. That could be a verb that when you ask the question, on organise à qui will give you a COE, right? You could also ask the question, it could also be les verbes transitifs, because you could ask the question, on organise quoi? Un anniversaire surprise. So in this sentence, un anniversaire surprise would be your COD, right? I don't want to confuse you guys. What you need to know with COE is you're asking the question à qui, which is to who, right? You're organizing a surprise birthday to who? To Allison. So that's why you're using lui. Notice that even though lui here might look like it's for the male gender, you could, when you're using COE, lui would be for pronouns il and elle. Okay, so keep this in mind because again, COE, you're only dealing with two pronouns, and that's with lui and leur. D'accord? Now, let's take a look at another example where you have more than one person. Okay? Je veux parler à mes amis. D'accord, à mes amis. So again, we already know we're dealing with more than one person. It's not like the first example where we only have one person, Allison. Okay, je vais leur envoyer un texto. Okay, so again, envoyer would be un verbe intransitif because you're going to be asking, I will send to who, right? To my friends. So, à qui? Right? À mes amis. So that's why you're going to be replacing mes amis with leur. Okay? And again, texto here could be your COD because you're going to be sending what? A text, right? Donc, je vais envoyer quoi? Un texto. But for this video, we're only going to be talking about COE. So here you're asking the question, je vais envoyer à qui? À mes amis. I'm going to be sending to who? To my friends. Okay? All right. So the thing with COD and COE is knowing when you're asking the question à qui? To who? And the question quoi or qui? What? When you have a sentence like that. D'accord? So notice here that you place the COE like with other pronouns that we've seen so far, before the conjugated verb, okay? Like we've seen a lot of times, however, is if you have a conjugated verb And you have an infinitive. Where are we going to be placing it? In the middle. Okay, it's like that with all the pronouns that we see, pronom en, pronom I, COD as well, right? So you're going to be placing that between the conjugated verb and the infinitive, okay? And we've seen this as well. So if you're giving a suggestion, an order, or you're giving advice, like we've seen in this chapter and the previous chapter, if you're giving an advice, you're going to be using impératif, right? You're going to be starting with the verb. So the pronoun, le COI, va se placer après le verbe, okay? So after the verb, d'accord? And notice that with COI, you're going to be placing a little hyphen between the verb and your pronoun. Very important, d'accord? All right, so I just wanted to go over that. It's already in your slides, but I just wanted to talk about it in person so that, you know, it makes sense and it acts as a little review for you guys. All right, so let's see if we can identify. You might have seen this already in the slides, but I just wanted to talk about it again. Let's see if we can identify the person that the lui and the leur is replacing. D'accord? Je dois confirmer ma présence ce soir à Christo. So I have to confirm my presence tonight to Christo. So Christo, we already know it. It looks like a name to us. Je lui téléphone tout de suite. D'accord? So let's take a look. Je téléphone. So if that was me, I would put it like this. Je téléphone à Christo tout de suite. Right? So remember, the reason why we call this les verbes intransitifs is because it always has the preposition à between the verb and the person that we're talking. So, je téléphone. So the question that you'll be asking is, à qui? Remember, we're not saying qui. It doesn't make sense. I call what? N'est-ce pas? So we're calling to who? À Christo. Okay, so that's where you're going to be using a COI here because vous téléphonez toujours. So in French, the verb is always téléphoner à quelqu'un. Okay, so remember this. Whenever you're calling someone in French, it's always calling to someone. D'accord? So remember this. Nos amis arrivent cet après-midi. Préparons-leur une belle surprise. Okay, so here it kind of makes sense because we're talking about our friends arriving this afternoon. Let's prepare for them, okay, for them a great surprise. Okay? So whenever you have a preposition, you'll see as you take more classes in French, whenever you have a preposition before the question that you're asking, so in this case we have for who, for our friends, that tells us that you're going to be using a COI. Now, just take a moment and think. We kind of thought about this earlier, that the COI will be placed before the verb, like here, right? Before the conjugated verb. N'est-ce pas? Why is this placed after the conjugated verb and why is there a hyphen? Remember, if you have an impératif, right, you're giving a suggestion to prepare a great surprise. Whenever you have an impératif, you always have to place a hyphen and then the COI right after. N'est-ce pas? So think about this really well. It's really not that hard. It really just follows the same rule with the other pronouns as well that we've already seen. Now, let's just say for the final exam. You might see something like that, right? The second one, we've seen this with COD, but let's take a look as to how you would approach such a question. Remplacé par un pronom personnel. Remember, pronom personnel could be anything from COD, COI, pronom en, pronom I. N'est-ce pas? Pronom I, pronom en. There you go. Let's take a look at the first one. Now, if you see something like that, it's already giving you a preposition. So that kind of tells you what kind of pronoun you're going to be using, okay? Tout est distribué au public. Now, we don't want you to be repeating au public, and we're asking you to replace whatever is in green here with a pronom personnel. D'accord? Donc, qu'est-ce que vous allez mettre comme réponse? Tout est distribué au public. Okay? So, au public, tout est distribué. What's the question you're going to be asking? À qui? Au public, right? Everything is distributed to who? To the public, d'accord? So, because this is a conjugated verb, altogether this is passé composé, okay? Because you've seen this before, let's just say it's passé composé. So, au public, remember, you're only dealing with two. It's either lui or leur. Au public is singular, so we're going to be using lui as a COI. So you're going to be saying to lui est distribué. D'accord? All right, let's take over the highlighter here. Okay, lui, because au public is only one entity that we're looking at. Okay? N'est-ce pas? So make sure that you know what question you're asking instead of asking le, la, etc. You're asking the question à qui, au public. Okay, let's see how that will be different with the type of question that we'll be asking. D'accord? For instance, this one. On organise des événements, donc on ne veut pas nous répéter le mot événement. Qu'est-ce qu'on fait? We ask the right question. On organise quoi? We organize what? Remember here, we're talking about an object, okay? We're not organizing for someone, to someone. We're organizing what? Events, d'accord? Donc, on organise quoi? Des événements, events, d'accord? So again, same thing with COD, COI, etc. Vous allez placer le pronom avant le verbe. Donc, des événements, remember what COD we're going to be replacing it with because it's plural. You guessed it right, so it's going to be les. Donc, on les organise. D'accord? So remember one thing to make a little resume of what we've just done. You need to know what question you're asking depending on the verb that you have, okay? If you're asking the question à qui, à quoi, for what, for who, you're going to be having a COI. If you're asking the question qui, quoi, you're going to be getting a COD, okay? Again, any question, please leave me a comment or send me an email. So yes, that would be the last video for French 102 and hopefully this is all very helpful for you guys. D'accord? Ben, très bonne semaine à vous tous et bonne chance pour les examens finaux. À plus tard.